For more than 100 years, the Volunteer Life-Saving Corps has recruited and trained ocean rescue lifeguards to patrol Jacksonville Beach. You know the iconic building we're talking about that has the American Red Cross sign on it. Now, they are the ones, these lifeguards, that you see and rely on when you take your family to Jacksonville Beach and swim in the water. And what you may not realize is that the lifeguards that you saw last summer, for example, working on Sundays and holidays, were not being paid. They were volunteering their time on those days as part of a partnership between the Life-Saving Corps and the city of Jacksonville Beach. The other days of the week, Monday through Saturday, the lifeguards are paid by the city of Jacksonville Beach. Now, Jacksonville Beach city leaders say that arrangement can't happen anymore. A lawsuit filed by a former lifeguard revealed federal law prevents the city from paying lifeguards to work if those same lifeguards are also volunteering on Sundays and holidays. It means the Life-Saving Corps may be dissolved after 110 years. Charles Bond is the former president of the Life-Saving Corps, Jacksonville Beach, and is joining us now live via Zoom this morning. Good morning, Charles. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning, Jennifer. Thanks for having me.
Would you explain what the Corps has done to try to remedy this problem to prevent the Corps from being dissolved?
Absolutely. So you were absolutely correct when you said the Department of Labor will not allow a volunteer to go back and work for the city for pay. And so what we've done is we, through a lot of education through our attorneys and the Fair Labor and Standards Act, we've concluded that we submitted a proposal to the city to allow us to continue our beach operations Sunday and Monday, or Sundays and holidays, with a 100% volunteer force.
So essentially, you're dividing this up. So those who work, the ocean rescue can work then their typical Monday through Saturday paid by the city of Jacksonville Beach, and then only volunteers, separate, not really employees because they're volunteers, then would work, a separate group of people would then work on Sundays and holidays. Now, I did reach out, Charles, I want to tell you, to the city of Jacksonville Beach, obviously the city manager, to get their take on this and acknowledge that it has actually rejected 2 proposals from the Life-Saving Corps and is now considering another. This is what the city manager told me, that any resolution must recognize the city's responsibility and priority to be compliant with federal law, minimize risk and exposure to the city, and continue provision of public safety services on the city's beach. This proposal that they are now considering, this third proposal, do you feel it would do that?
We've met with the city manager and the mayor last week, and we went through a long list of concerns and things that we felt they would need in order to continue our service. We've submitted a proposal that's on their desk this morning that we feel addresses those. And we're hoping that
it's interesting, other than the fact that the Life-Saving Corps has been doing this for 110 years. I mean, it's historic. There's a financial component to this. So the city manager tells me, in fact, that if it does not accept, the city does not accept your proposal, essentially to offer these volunteers on Sundays and holidays, that taxpayers will now have to be responsible for paying lifeguards to work on those days, and it's about $125,000. Do you think that taxpayers in Jacksonville Beach, or even the city council, when so many of you went and spoke to them last week, that they're aware of this financial component to this?
Unfortunately, I don't think they are. We've been such a silent server of the community for the last 110 years. Many people don't know we volunteer, and we volunteer on the busiest days of the year, the holidays, the 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day, when the beaches are very, very packed. We put 22 towers out on those days, which is almost twice what the city does during the week. And so that will be a huge financial impact on the city taxpayers and the citizens. You're absolutely right.
And, I know it's, as former president of the Corps, long, years of duty, of course, sitting the beach, so to speak. Can you explain, the Corps' mission? I mean, this is more than you going out there on Sundays and holidays. I mean, there's a real brotherhood and sisterhood involved in the Corps.
That's right. We all, there's multiple generations that serve side by side. There's a huge mentoring and leadership training component to what we do. And we're all proud to be able to go out and serve our community and continue that tradition of mentoring the future civic leaders and volunteer leaders of our community. The Volunteer Life-Saving Corps has been nothing but a positive force in our community. It's one of a kind in the world, we believe, and we hope it doesn't have to go away because of some Department of Labor dispute that we can't resolve, which we feel we can.
That said, is there anything that you are asking of the public? I know that we have your email address as well if anyone would like to volunteer.
Yes, we would ask the public to reach out to their city council members and the mayor and let them know the impact that the volunteer life-saving course had on them and the community. We really need their leadership right now to be able to find a resolution. And without the public input, it would be very valuable if we had that.
Charles Bond, former president of the Volunteer Life-Saving Corps in Jacksonville Beach. Thank you for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Jennifer, thank you.